Yeah, I think we would drive in and kick it out to one another, so that really helped out.
Then go to the other side of the ball, just the defensive pressure. I mean, there were some times Clarinda was struggling with your press. Is that one thing you're kind of looking to do, just get out and try to get after teams on defense?
Yeah, strong defense because we have quick players, so it's easy to get after the ball.
And then what's that like down the stretch? I mean, you guys got to build a big lead, lose a good chunk of it, but able to hold on. You got to feel good about being able to get that win then.
Oh, yeah, I think we knew we had to hold on strong at the end, and we did, so that was good.
Yeah, hopefully we keep going strong the rest of the season.
What are the goals going forward here for this team?
Hopefully moving up in the conference and getting our first win at districts.
For most of the game, we moved the ball pretty well and knocked down shots. And when Danica was open inside, we got to her the ball, and we kick it out and reverse it and got good shots. So that's the way the offense is supposed to work, and it worked pretty well for most of the night.
Big night for both Halie and Jana. I know Halie kind of leading you. I know Jana, 8 or 9 a game, but a big night for both of them. Started outside for both of them, really.
Yeah, and we need those guys to score if we're going to, make some progress down the end of the season here and go in postseason. We need those guys putting the ball in the hole, and they're both good shooters, and they just need to be confident with it. And for the most part, they were tonight.
2 big runs. One got you a lead there about mid-first into the second, and then one to get it up to about 20-some there mid-third. What's the key behind getting runs like that?
We're just active, and we shot the ball well and defended and really got some rebounds on one end and then take it the other way. We had 3 or 4 good runouts, got some steals or some rebounds and kicked it out, and Jana ran the floor really well, and we got her the ball and she finished. So, we missed some of those bunnies too. We just need to kind of finish a little better sometimes going to the basket, but we did a pretty good job pushing up the floor, and I asked them to do that before the game. We need to get some easy baskets, and they did a good job.
Take me forward a little bit. Always tough Hawkeye 10. It's tough night in and night out. What do your girls need to do well in order to keep getting wins here?
Well, we just got to be confident. We play LC at their place, and we usually play pretty tough up there. We just need to shoot the ball. Go in there with some confidence. We can play with them. We played with them here, had the lead at half, and just didn't do much in the second half offensively. And so if we're confident going in there and move the basketball like we did tonight for most of it, we'll be in good shape.
We pushed the ball in transition pretty well, got some easy buckets, got some open. Jake was doing good, trying to steal downside, so I got some open mid-range jumpers, and they were falling tonight.
Looking at your schedule, you guys got a lot of tough games here down the stretch, and then obviously your district's going to be pretty tough as well. What do you feel you guys need to do well here down the stretch?
We just got to clean up some defense. It's there, but we just got to keep progressing in the season. All these teams we've had close games with, and we just lost composure, and we've matured through the season. I think we can finish it out strong.
You started giving me the ball, and I was taking it a lot more to the hoop, being more aggressive with it, and they were drawing fouls, and I was making shots, and teammates were doing a good job finding me down there for easy buckets or to get fouls, and so it's really working out better in the second half.
You got that inside game, then you got guys like Ridge that are hitting some outside shots for you. That's got to help things out quite a bit on that offensive side.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when you got guys that aren't shooting it very well outside. They collapse down in the paint, and then you don't really have much of an inside game because everybody's crunched up. When you got guys shooting outside, it's harder to do that because if they leave them, then it's just a wide open shot, and they're going to make it. And so it spaces the floor out a lot better.
Yeah, I thought, there was times where we looked pretty good, and there were times where we weren't looking very good, okay? But for the most part, I thought the second half was pretty good. We got good movement on offense. We got ball reversals. We got the ball down low to the post, and that's something we didn't do a very good job of in the first half. And defensively, it was a lot better also in the second half. So I was proud of the second half effort.
Overall, you had 13 kids that scored tonight. That's got to be nice to get some of those kids that don't see a lot of varsity minutes in to see some action and get their name in the scoring column.
Yeah, it's great. Anytime you can get that many kids in and that many kids scoring, it's fantastic. We've had balanced scoring here the last 4 or 5 games, and that's what we got to continue to do. When you have more than just 1 or 2 guys scoring, it's tough to defend, and hopefully we continue that.
You talked about the balance. I think when most teams look at you, they're focusing on Jake, Dylan a little bit too down low. You need guys like Ridge to step out, hit some outside shots. I know the Bloom kid hit a couple too. Big to get things like that.
You bet. Ridge was huge tonight. he was knocking down threes, and they're coming out defending him, and then he took him off the dribble and pulled up for 12 to 15 footers, and it was knocking those down, and that's huge. That's huge for us because there's going to be teams that will try to collapse and try to take away our inside game, and we have to have guys step up from the perimeter and knock those shots down. Like you said, Andrew Bloom came in the first half, really knocked down some key threes to kind of spark us and give us that lead. And I thought Wyatt Schultz did a great job out there. Nate Moore, Ryan Phillips, on the perimeter. So for the most part, I thought our perimeter play was pretty good tonight.
You get a week off, kind of weird here. You don't play against until next Tuesday, but then you have a stretch run that's about as brutal as it could be in the Hawkeye 10. What do you guys, one, what do you do with this week? And two, how do you get ready to play a very difficult last 5?
Well, you're right. It is a difficult last 5 games for us. But our kids they have a ton of confidence right now. We've won our last 4 out of 5 games. They feel good about what we're doing and what we're getting accomplished. And do we have work yet to do? We got a ton of work to do, and we're going to try to clean up a lot of that this week. We will give them a little bit of time. Anytime you go late January, and we've played a ton of games in January, it's kind of nice to give them a little bit of time and get off their legs a little bit. But we'll get a lot done here this week, and we'll go down and give try to give Preston one heck of a ball game at their place.